Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Well, folks, the last day before the Thanksgiving holiday on this Wednesday, November 27th, 2013. S&P 500 is up about 3 points. Dow's up 20 points. NASDAQ is also up 20. NASDAQ, again, leading the charge after breaking 4,000 yesterday. First time since 2000 that it is above 4,000. While the markets are insanely light in volume today, you have to continue to marvel at the market weakness. So usually a light volume week like this going into Thanksgiving would be up, and away. Now, granted, we're extended, so I came into this week saying pretty much neutral on the markets. But I find it fascinating that you're seeing selling occur each day at certain periods, and it's not small selling. For instance, on Monday, you were hovering slightly higher on the day, just like you would have expected, and then you saw some good selling. Yesterday, you were up pretty sizably on the day, back to the previous day's highs, and you got smoked down into the close. Today, we opened flat, surged up, same level, and look at the selling. So what this is telling me is this level right here, the 181.20 level, is a very important level to this market. It's a very big resistance level. And again, I'm just using pure and simple deduction, power of deduction, to figure that out. Because you can see, again, the high here, the high yesterday, and the high today, all causing selling off of that level. All right, so right off the bat going into Friday, remember Thursday the markets are closed, but Friday, this is the line to watch. All right, now as we're down ticking here, we have to pay attention to other factors as well. All right, and this is other things we want to pay attention to, which is, all right, so if we start to sell off more, do we take out this pivot low down here and the 200 MA? If that gets taken out, we might even see a sell-off all the way down to the major level of 177.50, which is a huge, huge level. So these are just little things that we want to pay attention to, guys, in the coming few days where the market's actually open. And remember, today, volume's dead as people leave for the holiday. Tomorrow, market's closed. Friday, market's open a half day till 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? So again, you have to take note. To me, it's just continuing to reinforce the idea that the market is at a level where it can't go much higher. Now, let me just go over that because this is something I've talked to my members about quite a bit. And basically, what I told them is when you have an upsloping trend line like this, right? So you see this upsloping trend line where you connect the highs from 2010, 11, and 13. And we hammered in 2013 3 times on it. 1, 2, 3. And then on the 4th time, you broke above it. One thing we noticed, and this is kind of a history play and education as well, is that when you have an upsloping trend line and a market or a stock is at 52-week or all-time highs, the ability for it to get through this line is very minimal. In other words, it's about a 3% variance above that trend line. So what's interesting is that the markets through these trend lines right here have inched up really about 2% only. So you're within that range. So I basically said to my members, listen, your max upside is around the 182 level to 183. That's your max upside here above these trend lines, these upsloping trend lines. And sure enough, the high so far has been 181.24, just underneath the 182 level. So these are things that you want to pay attention to because, in a normal week again, if you look at the spiders, right? If you look at the market action here, very clearly you would be able to say, it's a light volume holiday week. They're going to push this market. They're going to float this market up. Yet all of a sudden, 3 days in a row, on 3 very light trading days, we're seeing selling. And look at this selling continue here on the spiders. So again, I reinforce it by saying the charts are telling us that we're near this short-term top. And even if the light volume is there, the markets are going to do what the charts are going to tell them to do. That's what it comes down to. All right, so just a little education on that side, folks. We are seeing strength, as I said, in the NASDAQ. Apple is trading up very nicely. If we go to the daily chart on Apple, please be alerted that it close above this trend line high of this wide range bar negates the wide range bearish bar. Doesn't mean Apple's bullish. What it means is it now goes into a neutral setting and you look for a bullish setup to be a buy off of. So, for instance, If you were to close up here above this white trend line, above this high, and make bullish consolidation, you could be a buyer of that bullish consolidation. Very interesting, but honestly very factual there. That's exactly what you're looking at there. All right? So kind of interesting in that front. Couple other stocks strong today. We have JP Morgan. JP Morgan a couple days ago put in a little pivot top. Yesterday it sold off. Today it's bouncing back. But ultimately this looks like it needs to kind of consolidate or pull back a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little of that price action in the next few days in the charts. Chevron and Exxon are both down because oil's getting hit today. So nice pullback. All right, now one thing to watch for on Chevron here, guys. This level right here. Notice how you got above it but never confirmed, got above it, never confirmed, got above it and confirmed. Therefore, this level here becomes a short-term buy level on the CVX, on Chevron. And the USO today is getting absolutely annihilated, down 70 cents, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for the USO, that's actually a big fall. And you can see the bearish consolidation right here in a channel below the 20 dictates bearishness. I talked about this to my members last night in the daily analysis video inside the Research Center. And sure enough, down it goes. Beautifully down, too. All right? So you might be wondering where we're looking at a target on the USO going. It's very simple to calculate. Connect your trend line here. Connect your trend line right here. And it all lines up. That's your spot. And we could hit that next week. Heck, we could hit it on Friday maybe even. Maybe if Friday's another big down day on oil, we could get it there. But in any case, that's your level to watch on the USO, guys. That's where I'll be buying it as a swing trade long. All right, a couple other things to go over here on this light trading day. Let's just check back in on the spiders. Spiders are, fluctuating just off their lows. A little bit of a tail here. You're actually not at the day lows yet. Briefly, you were down here earlier today. But I still think, considering how light the volume is, we've done only 29.8 million, and it's almost 1 o'clock. So, we're only going to do about 50 million today, which will be the lightest trading day of the year, obviously. But considering how light the lunchtime action is, it's amazing to see this sell-off in the spiders. I still expect at some point for it to float back up a little because it's so unusual to see this downdraft. But listen, if we end up kind of in the lower ranges today, I think it's an amazing signal of the weakness coming in this market. And I have no problem, I repeat, no problem pulling the trigger on any short play out there that looks decent based on price pattern and time. I don't care what the pundit's saying, we're going to float up, whatever. If the charts are there, this market's extended to the point where it will only help the chart when it pulls back. You want to be in a position to take advantage of that. All right. Speaking of swing trades, my partner put out a swing trade long yesterday on Facebook. Today it hit first target already for a quick 3% gain. We read this beautifully, this reversal yesterday, and today it popped up. So we made about a 3% gain first half. We'll see if the second half hits over the next couple trading days into early next week. So nice gain there for Research Center members. Put another profit in your pocket. All right, guys, I think that's where I'm going to end it for today. Don't forget, take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center if you're a swing trader or day trader. If you're a swing trader or investor, take the Research Center 7-day free trial. If you're a day trader, take the Intraday Stock Chat 7-day free trial. Take care, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving.